Oh, there we go. Hello there everyone and welcome to some more Warframe. Also, happy Easter to everyone around the world from Romania. We do currently have Easter today, so there we go. Some of you might have gotten the news from me a little bit earlier in the day. To everyone else, happy Easter, what can I say? And yes, to celebrate how Hatenashi is very well. How are you, Senko? Has been a while. Any Easter pizza today? I did have a little bit of homemade pizza in the morning. Not all of the pizza, not a big slush, a tiny little slice along with some salami and some salads. Good stuff, good stuff. Tired but good. Honestly, understandable. Hopefully I can help wash a little bit away of the tiredness while maintaining all of the good. But yeah, where was I going? So, since it is Easter, over on my Twitter, which is... let me just pull it up real quick. Which is at Hatenashi S. Big S, big H. I have posted a riddle. And I just out of curiosity, I will ask it here as well to pique everyone's interest. Power, wealth, courage and prestige are its mark, born of a lion's pride and an eagle's flock. What mythical creature is this? And the prize / giveaway for this answering this riddle correctly is a copy of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So good luck everyone. And do note, you have to comment over on Twitter for this, so yeah. I might have a few riddles that are specifically on Twitch / YouTube, but we shall see where the night goes. Now then, I do believe the patching has done, so let's just jump into the game for now, shall we? Also, no, you cannot ask for hints. No spoilers after all. Let's see this. Oh, wait. Hold on. I may have done an oopsie. Actually, no, I almost did an oopsie. The oopsie was not made, but it was close. Okay, let's see this. That should be fine. Okay, there we go. Now I should be able to go over here. Nope. Oh wait. Game should be this one. There we go. Slight issue with the setup, but overall not an issue. So, it has been a while since I've streamed Warframe, but I have been playing Warframe quite a bit. I'm almost done with my Foley farm. Oh, hold on, I need to put something here. Apologies for that. Looking DM, you already have the game, so you know won't participate. That is fair enough.
That each time he cleans something, he makes something else dirty.
And yes, Senko, you did get the correct answer.
There I go again.
I would like to mention, since it is my giveaway, and I do know that you won't just get it to sell it. If you do want to go ahead and comment and give it to a friend of yours, that's also an outcome I will accept. Since you did get the answer right. That and I'm gonna be honest, out of all of the games I have codes for, this is one that worries me a little bit because it has high requirements. But I also know that most people who would like the game probably already have it, so I'm like, will I really find someone who wins this? And it's a bit of an odd feeling because on paper, what did I say? So if you want to gift it to someone, I will also accept that outcome, since you did answer it first. And you also came into the swing first, so I feel like a little bit of rule bending will work in this one case. Just this once. And the reason for that being is that I honestly don't really know a lot of people who will try for this game, if that makes sense. So if you have someone who you think might enjoy the game, just let me know. But yeah, one of the things in Warframe that's brand new is the new Voruna Prime, which you can see right here. I'm gonna say I'm surprised at the direction they went with her, because I feel like they changed her main body type a little bit and made it, I don't know, a bit more sleeker than the normal Voruna. Like, hold on. Can I check it in the codex? Let's do it like that. If nobody doesn't get a certain type here, you determine that you will choose a friend. I'll give it an equal chance. That works perfect and is very noble of you. Because like 10 seconds ago you watched something about that. Because you were bored. It is one of my favorite fantasy creatures, and I feel like there was a period where you couldn't get away from it in games and on the internet. The game is a bit loud, hold on. Let me fix that. Is it better now? Lowered it by quite a bit, so hopefully. Yeah, okay, perfect. Is it too low now, or is it okay? This is a problem when you stream multiple games and all of them have different settings. But I'm gonna assume it's okay for now. Where was that? Oh yeah, checking out Voruna Prime. So this is the normal Voruna. As you can see, fantastic designs, wolves all over. And this is the Prime. Now, it might be just me, but she looks a bit more sleek in the Prime. Is it just me, or... Your favorite creature is obviously Kitsune or anything fox related. I see, I see. I do have to ask, is it the Kitsune or is it the Inari? Because both of them are fox related, but one of them is the more mischievous one, the other is the more helpful one, if I remember my mythology on fox spirits right. Out of pure curiosity. You know, I'm fairly certain she's a bit more sleek here. I'm gonna obviously have to get her to be able to tell for sure. Oh, also, before I forget, a friend of mine did ask me to see if I have a Ivara Prime for him. Ivara Prime, and Prime. Yep, I actually have a full set. I'll let Diamond know. Second. Obviously the more mischievous one, what do I expect? Fair enough, fair enough. Although Senko-san is a Inari, not a Kitsune, so... hello there, Diamond. What's the going rate? Let me check it real quick on the market. WARFRAME. Market. And let me search up Ibarra. I don't think she's too expensive. Yeah, highest offer on the Insta buy is 50 plat. Although it's just one offer, the literal next one is 45. Although for a baby cat playing well outside the com game. Senko! Yeah, mischievous sounds right for you, that's for sure. Good luck with your game and enjoy the lurk. But yeah, Diamond, it's going. Okay, you have a little time before card game, so you could do that trade. Alright then. Let's just do the trade now. So I don't forget about it. And accidentally sell it. Because I have done that before. I've been like, yeah, I'll get you this set, and then we forget about it for like 2 or 3 days, and I just sell it at random. So yeah, I do believe I have you in the friend list, I think. I'm just gonna invite you to the dojo. Or are you okay, or are there actually no people online in my friend list? Wait, I have Diamond, don't I? Or maybe not. Diamond, what is your IGN? Your in-game name? Also, mine's right. It's right here. You can see it on stream. Satenshi VT. Riddle me this, Batman. Okay. What is the riddle? Also, welcome. I see it do be your first time around here. There we go. Let me just do this. There we go. Let me just do this and also invite. Why could it was so terrible to farm? Well, that is easy. Not all frames are created equal. And content needs to be experienced in a certain amount of time. Enough time to give people space, rather the developers space to make new content. This means that every now and then there will be things that are kind of a pain to grind. Hima being the absolute, Hima and the Seabear, I think, being the absolute worst examples. It doesn't get worse than the Hima and Seabear though, so there is that. But Kullervo, I would say, is one of the more what's the word I'm looking for? He's definitely one of the more tedious grinds, but he's not the most horrible grind by far, in my humble opinion. You don't even like him, you just need his subsume ability. Okay, this is where we differ quite a bit, because I actually like Kullervo a fair amount. Like, I do genuinely like playing him. His subsume is great, don't get me wrong, but I do actually like the frame in general. Okay, diamond should be here. There we go. Yeah, that's what I saw on the market. You can check it as well. Or if you want, I can just show it on stream, because that's not really an issue. But yeah, it was 50 on the market. Help, I don't want to do it. Well, sadly, I cannot farm it for you. I can, however, join you in the farm, because I do believe I still needed a few things from Kullervo. I think. At the very least, I know for a fact I needed the plants that grow on his island. That's something I know for a fact I require. For one of my incarnates. Oh, thank you for the follow. Sorry, if you need help with that, I can definitely join you for a run or two. As for your diamond. It's not difficult, just annoying. I know, I'm well aware. Personally, I prefer to somewhat combine it with the overall farm of the ore worm. And that's another thing. One of the things that I do for whenever Warframe releases a big area, like they did with Duviri and Olvenia, I don't rush to farm all of it like in the same patch, because I know they will be adding more stuff and adjusting the rates. So I just take my time with it so I don't burn out. I think that's a very important thing that a lot of players do not do. And more power to you. If you want it the day it comes out, you're gonna have to suffer for it. But I prefer to take it a little bit more slow. Maybe I'll do some Duviri today, maybe I'll do some demos tomorrow, stuff like that. Oh yeah, Duviri is pretty. I would say, just pure visuals, Duviri is my favorite area in Warframe. Bar none. Like, based just on the visuals, it's so damn pretty. Also, even if for a very limited amount of time and gameplay, you can become a flying dragon. So that definitely helps tilt. Yeah, it definitely helps tilt the scales for that area. Have to regretting? Yep. You actually had all of the parts to be. All the materials to build the parts already. Let's go. Excellent. Enjoy your new jellyfish. Let me just leave the dojo. The dragon looked more like a dragon, less like a butterfly. It does look like a dragon, but it's a Eastern style of dragon, more like a Chinese dragon, like a long. It's not a Western dragon. That's I will admit I'm more of a fan of the Western dragon and the wyvern. Okay, not so much the wyvern, but definitely above the long. Although I will say, some long designs have earned my favor over the years. For example, Jue from Withering Waves looks phenomenal for a Chinese dragon. Like, I would put his design up there with most of the Western dragons that I absolutely adore. For sure. You like long, but not like that. That's fair. They do have a bit more of a Orokin metallic vibe to them as well. And I get where they got some of the inspiration for the design. I just think the mix of long with mech doesn't work. That's fair. That is fair. Again, I will say it depends on everyone's taste, obviously. And overall, not the best design they could have done. Like, hot take here. If they added some arms with some orbs that shot, I don't know, lasers or something at the Warframe while they were on the ground, I personally think that would have made them a lot more dragon-like. But that's my own suggestion for Rebecca if she ever sees this. Just give them tiny little noodle arms, tiny little T-Rex arms that hold orbs and shoot at people. That would be so good. The longest thing you care about in Y is giants. Okay. First off, I see you are also a player to know about that. Secondly, let's tone that a little bit down, just a smidge. C6R5 Gian. Ooh. Congrats on that one. The highest one I have is C6 Mornia. On release as well. Okay. I realize who I'm talking to right now. Nah, I'm just joking, but still. Gian is definitely one of my favorite characters. Like, the gameplay, fantastic. Speaking of, that made me want to use a spear in Warframe, hold on. Or well, a polearm rather. I think I'm gonna go with the old reliable. Not a well-known labor for him. I don't mind you do it for Luke. Luke is another very good pick, I would say. Definitely one of the better written stories in the game. Sorry about that. I will say though, I'm curious where they'll take the story from here. Because I've seen some leaks out of context. So I'm not going to spoil that. And I have played up to the current patch. And I have my own suspicions on what exactly will happen and so on. But I'm really curious to see where we go from here, story-wise. Especially since all of the characters seem to still be involved a lot more than they were in 1X or 2X. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And yeah, you liking Hotman, I think that became obvious with the first comment. Again, nothing wrong with it, but just a smidge. Tone it down. But yeah, the thing that I had in plan for today is attempting to get Voruna Prime. Which, if I remember correctly, I don't think I have any parts of her. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, I don't have any parts of Voruna Prime. As for relics... Oh, I actually do have 6 relics of her. Don't have any with the Axie and none of... Okay, I was about to say, if all of them are rare, that's unheard of since Vauban Prime. What cycle is Duviri on? Let me check real quick. I think it's Anger. Yeah, it's Anger. You can tell by the color, usually. If I remember right, Anger Spiral should have Kullervo. I think it's one of the 3 that had him. Yeah, he spawns in Anger. It was Anger, Fear, and I think it was Sorrow as well. Not 100% sure, but I think it was Anger, Fear, and Sorrow. Let me just do a quick search, just for information's sake. Musician. Yeah, Anger, Sorrow, and Fear spirals. That's where he spawns. Okay. Memory is still functioning as intended. Oh, we will be having an ad over on Twitch in a few seconds. In the meantime, while the ads go away, oh, I could do the rescue. I might as well, I guess. Since this has the highest chances of an uncommon. Wait, that took an unnatural amount of time.
Don't forget the reactor. I need more to open that relic. Looks like heavy
Oh, I think,
activity
is that a
ahead.
ghost? No, it's someone who subsumed ghosts.
You have collected enough reactant to open your relic. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done. Go. Hurry up. You are running out of time.
Thank you, Tenno.
Subject found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
Got an extra weapon? They won't just let us walk out of here.
Oh, I think they'll let us walk out of here just fine. After all, they can't stop us if all of them are dead, right? The best kind of stealth. Heavy stealth. Ah. Ooh, Axolotl. I'll take an Axolotl barrel. Hello there, Nox. You made the water generator redeem. I shall have some truffles milk in honor of that. Get some cola in thy veins. I did earlier, however. So it's still very much in the veins. It hasn't left. How are you? Mistakes were made yesterday. Oh? What sort of mistakes? Come on, come clean. What have you done? Or what did Belle do? Hold on, I think you two hanged out together yesterday, if I remember right. I might be misremembering. Time is a bit of a wibbly wobbly thing in my mind, so please do forgive that. Oh. Oh, someone answered the riddle. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna need to find, or rather figure out some, you and Belle had Korean hot pot. Mistakes were made when you got the cheese deluxe set. Oh! How are you and Belle? Because if I remember, weren't both of you lactose intolerant? I swear, there are no people on the planet who love cheese more than the lactose intolerant people. Belle's fine, you're not. I see. Hold on. No, the model's still fine. It's just judging you very, very harshly. What can I say? I hope you recover. But also... God damn it, Nox. How many times does this make it? Also, everyone please give me a little bit, because I've given up the first giveaway. I need to come up with a different riddle. Hold on. Give me a second. I need a different riddle for the next giveaway.
Operator, Ordis is picking up a distress signal. Wait, no. It's just the corpus peddling their wares again.
Get off the emergency frequency!
Okay, what should the next riddle be? Thing is, we had the option to have a light cheese drizzle. Instead, he chose the hot melted cheese ring around the pot. Again, I feel like it's kind of obvious, but you are asking for it. I'm sorry, but you need to be more mindful of your own condition, damn it. Like, you said it yourself, you had the option. There were several turning points there, and you chose none of them. And I'm saying this as a friend. Please take better care of yourself. Okay. Let me think a little bit. You know, this would be a lot easier if I was to just, you know, go ahead and take a random riddle from the internet. But no, I have to be stubborn and make up my own riddles. I think this was the one. Okay, and for the giveaway, yeah, I'll do this one. Feels like a nice game. And I do believe I already have it anyway, so... There we go. New giveaway is up over on Twitter. Along with a new riddle to match. The only upside about this, it was Bell Street. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that you were going to drain Bell's wallet. Okay, well, parts are building, can't check them till tomorrow. Timing due to world. I see, I see. Okay, so the second giveaway is up on Twitter. If you know the answer, comment it, and we shall see about getting you your game. And in the meantime, I'll be back to my voruna farming.
Thanks. I'll take it.
Let's see. Like, out of 3 relics, I have to get the part, right? It's not gonna be a repeat of Zephyr, right? Zephyr being the prime that I struggle the most with. The irony is that she spent more money on herself than on me. I mean, I feel like that's normal. Like, even when you go out and to treat someone, I think it's just common sense to A, not spend all of their wallet, and B, that they should spend a little bit more on themselves, if not the same amount. Or similar.
You're near a fissure. Use that reactant to open a relic. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. You can't leave without rescuing a prisoner. Keep searching.
Oh, wait. I know I'll probably get a reactant on the way, but I just like making sure I have it early. Because I have had the moments where I completely forgot about it.
To find out what's inside. You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done. Go. Here are the holding cells. Search each one for the hostage.
Okay.
Thank you, Tenno.
Oh, there we go.
Subject found. You need to bring the captain to safety. Protect them at all costs.
I can fight you. Give me a weapon.
Oh, you noticed you got them the same way I did? Okay. I guess I'll get a note. Oh, wait, never mind. This one's worth more ducats. This one also, but I only have 3 of these. There we go.
Boo-hoo, wah wah. Is this all you have?
Still, the lack of voruna in the drops is mildly concerning. Surely third time's the charm, right? Right, game? We're gonna try and solve them? Okay.
This is a rescue mission. We need to find and liberate the hostage before any harm comes to them. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics.
Tell you what, if you manage to solve all of them, I'll just find something else that's not gotten from the same way.
They're dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic. You are going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic. Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much time.
Au contraire, Lotus, I do believe we have all of the time.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside. You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done. Go. Here are the holding cells. Search each one for the hostage. The hostage is almost out of time. Hurry.
Tenno, in here.
Oh.
I'm in your debt, Tenno. Let's go home.
Hey, this is the hostage I saved. You better have a voruna part as my reward, sir.
In one piece. Find your way to the exits and don't leave the subject behind.
I can fight too. Give me a weapon.
Wait. Oh, this way. Okay, that's a god prime, that's a Wukong. Wait, what is... Oh, you have the glass sword. Okay. Ooh, I'll get the Venato. I don't think I have it crafted, but yeah, why not? It's in the parts though. Let's see, did anyone make an attempt?
If you were any dumber, you'd be a mineral.
Ah, nice try, Nox. A secret. Nox's guess was a secret, which, yes, you can deliver with your word, but you're not breaking your word. It's not quite the same. So I guess if you extend it a little bit, you can say that it fits as well. But the explanation I gave, sorry, the riddle I gave is a little bit more broad. Oh, Cole, however, got it. It is an oath. Let me just send Cole the game. There we go. Now your next guess would be silence.
Operator, did you hear that?
Silence again would somewhat fit,
Cosmic background
but
radiation from
no.
Wyatt.
The answer was oath. It's the only answer that perfectly encompasses the riddle that I gave. Because when you give your oath, when you swears to do something, you give your word for it. So when you break your oath, you pretty much break your word as well. That's one aspect. And the other aspect is that, hold on. The other aspect is that it is a promise you are sworn to keep. Now, secret fits this one, but it doesn't quite necessarily work with the other. Not always. Also, it's a promise that you are sworn to keep. It doesn't have to be a secret. It can be a little bit more broad here. Hence why secret isn't the answer. But yeah, congrats to Cole. Game sent. I need another riddle. Give me a bit. Let's see. What should it be? I could give... I do have a riddle in mind, but it's a bit too... It favors the people who have watched a certain anime a little bit too much. So I think I need a different one. song of sons and daughters, heart of who we are, making peace to build a future, strong, united, working till we fall. The air and water flowing hard, the land we call our home. Push to keep the dark from coming. Feel the weight of what we owe. This, the song of sons and daughters. Hide the heart of who we are. Making peace to build a future. Strong, united, working till we fall. And we all lift. And we're all adrift together. Through the cold mist, till we're lifeless together. Okay, I think this works. It is ever changing, yet never changes. It is the victor's chisel in the stone cold history. What is it? Answer this to earn the game, Tempest Rising. I feel like this one's a fairly easy one, but we shall see. There we go. It reminds you of God of War. Maybe. What's broken when spoken? Kratos, silence. Oh, you've heard that one before, Kratos. No. Oh, you hear your capitalist national anthem. Yeah. I do have a lot of songs in the, in the music thing on my orbiter. And I do believe I've set it to shuffle, so it will play a lot of things. Including some of my custom music from Octavia. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how fast people get this one, because I feel like it's an easy one. But maybe it will also throw a few people off, who knows. Also, no luck with voruna on this, it seems. Maybe I could do some alerts. How are we on the event, by the way? We're getting there. I think it's fair to say we will definitely get the last reward from the event. Now, in my personal experience, I've noticed it might be a little bit easier to just do the alerts. Well, we shall see. After the mission, I'll check if anyone guessed correctly. Oh my god, what is that cliff? Ah, never change Warframe. Ah, there we go, the ship wiggles. There we go. There we go, everyone, come on. Game. There we go.
Target located. Bring them in.
Oh, this poor target.
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done. We've got robots inbound.
There we go.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
God, I love these tiny little pistols. I just recently got them. Oh,
Great work. I am pleased with your performance.
alright then. Let's see, did anyone make any guesses? Is a shot in the dark. Time? No, it is not time. Language? Also no. Nope. I'm surprised this is puzzling everyone so much. But yeah, the riddle's answer is not time and it is not language. Let me just say it again. It is ever changing, yet never changes. It is the victor's chisel in the stone called history. What is it?
Keep the faith, people. Sunshine is just around the corner.
I personally think it should be fairly easy. But then again, I'm the one who knows the answer, so... I feel like people who are, you know, this Discord probably have a bit of an advantage with this one. Just because it is... Actually, I probably shouldn't say anything more than that. I will say it is related partially to a certain game code that's very, very famous. That's your bonus hint as people who are in the stream right now. But yeah. Diamond, I have to ask, do you want to participate? Because the thing is over on Twitter. Because if you are participating, I would say go and comment exactly what you typed there. Because that may or may not be the answer, is what I'm trying to say. Also, I'm surprised no one else got that. Huh. Again, I thought it was fairly obvious, but I guess not. Alright, if you want, people need to play more Fallout. Yeah, definitely. Although it depends on which Fallout, because personally, 1 and 2 have a special place in my heart, for sure. 3 was pretty good. 4, maybe I needed to play a bit more of it, maybe. 76, however, is an abomination. It needs to not be 76. I don't know how to put it else. He wasn't paying attention. Is it actually war? Yes. I'm currently asking Diamond if he wants to claim the prize or if I'll just let someone else do it. But yeah, Diamond got it first, so I'm gonna send it to him. we go. Link sent. Hello there, Aries. Sorry, multi-watching with various volume levels. No problem, no problem. He was there, he got the Twitter the whole time zooting out. The prize was Tempest Rising. I've sent you the link in the DMs on Twitter. It is a pretty cool strategy game, from what I can remember. So I do hope you will enjoy it. You are of course free to give it to someone else you know. That's also an option. But if you decide to keep them played, I do hope you enjoy it. Oh yeah, hello Eris. Did I already say hello Eris? I might have. Brain is fried from thinking up riddles for the giveaways. But yeah, this is my mag currently. You keep forgetting Eris is now baby Tenno. Yes, yes she is. But yeah, I am currently doing a few giveaways over on Twitter. Eris, since I do believe you no longer have a Twitter, you can just answer here if you want to enter a giveaway, and I'll consider it as an answer for the giveaway. What was it that I need to do? Oh yeah, I need to think of another riddle. Damn it. Everything will hop on as well. Oh, in Warframe you mean, Nox? Because I'll be more than happy to have some company. Especially since I'm currently in the need to think of a riddle. Let's see. What else is in the list here? Oh, this seems like an interesting game. Chance of Sennar. Yeah, we'll make this the next giveaway. As for the riddle, I'm going to need a new riddle. What should it be? Yeah, so I do have a few codes for a variety of games, and I'm giving them away, but you need to answer a riddle for them. Yep, your one and only remaining few Nidus mains that you know. But yeah, I have been thinking up riddles and giving out games since I started the stream. I still have a few to give, and I'm currently in the process of thinking the riddles. Because I'm not copying them, I'm making them on the spot. Now in hindsight, that might not be the best idea. Especially for entertaining the stream. But it's what we got going on right now, so I hope that all of you can bear with it. Riddle. What should be the riddle? 32 horses on a red hill. First a storm, then a clamp, then they stand still. I assume that's also a riddle, but no. I wanna make my own riddles, damn it. I'm the narrator after all. So I'm proud to say that at least some of the riddles seems to have stomped a few people a little bit. Hmm. Hmm. The thing is, I also want to make it somewhat related to the game, which ups the difficulty on making the custom riddle. Let's just read the game's description, maybe something will come to mind. That's teeth? What gets bigger? The more you take away the stacks of money stole from the bank. God, that knocks. Wait, how is that teeth, Aris? Yes, apparently that was the correct answer. Huh. I would not have gotten that one. Why 32 horses? Oh, wait, humans normally have 32 teeth. That's why, right? Now, see, that's one of those things that I would never get because I actually have more than that. Courtesy of being an eldritch horror in a very convincing disguise, I do actually have more than that. The riddle comes from riddles in the dark. Ooh, okay. Red-heeled gums. They chomp and then stand still. Yeah, I see that part. It's the 32 horses that got me confused, and then I remembered, oh wait, not everyone has 36 teeth. I was like, 32... I feel like I should know this, but why 32 horses? That's the part that stomped me. Okay, I think I have a riddle. You can find it on a board, a place of vantage against the horde. What is it? The King of Rot is now online. Okay, let me just invite you. Also, Diamond, you want to join us for maybe some relic runs? Since I see you're also online. Okay, Warframe, what is wrong with you? Also, Nox, I actually don't see you online. What the heck? Where are you? Oh, you need to get to the shop soon, actually. Okay, okay. Sure thing. Okay. Where are you, though? Because I don't see you online, Nox. Also, the next riddle is up. If you need me to say it again. You can find it on a board. A place of vantage against the horde. What is it? And the prize is Chance of Sennar. It seems to be a 8-bit adventure game, I think. Well, not quite 8-bit, but it definitely has a little bit of that retro style to it. The art style is interesting. This would be mostly an exploration game with a bit of stealth. Well, let's see if anyone can get it. Well, let me check again. Yeah, I don't see you. Look at this. Just send the invite. I think it's fine if you invite them. Also, I'm curious to hear anyone's guesses on the riddle. I feel like this one requires a certain audience to figure out. I mean, granted, all of them require a certain audience to figure out, but this one especially is a bit different. Yeah, I was about to copy the riddle. You are not getting the answer, though. You can find it on a board, a place of vantage against the horde. What is it? Oh, got the invite from Nox. We'll sip on some chocolate milk in the meantime. A pawn? No, it is not a pawn. A pawn is not a place of vantage, Ares. It's not even a place, it's a person. I would say I like the way you think about it, but it is not a pawn. Okay, no answers on Twitter yet. It might be a chessboard, it might be a different type of board. I'll leave that up to your intuition for now. Ares definitely seemed to think it was a chessboard, with the pawn guess. I'll put it like this. A pawn might be able to become the thing that the answer is. That is your hint. Also, heirs, feel free to do a different guess if you want. But yeah, a pawn on its own is not a a place of vantage against the horde. Queen? No. I don't think you're gonna send the queen alone against the horde, Ares. I know there are some badass anime women out there, and especially the warframes. But normally you do not send the queen to fight the horde. Also, shame on you for saying the queen is a place and not a person. Perhaps another hint hidden somewhere in that. Oh, wait. Nox got it. It's a rook. Because another name for the rook is the tower. A bomb! I just saw the other response from Ares. But yeah, it is in fact a rook or a tower. Honestly, I could have dragged it on a little bit more and said, no, you are very close, but it's not a rook. But it is in fact the rook. So let me just copy the thingamajig. Honestly, I'll just send you the thing over on Discord if that's okay. Copy. Where are you, Nox? Nox. Oh, that's the wrong Nox. That's also the wrong Nox. No, wait, this is the right Nox. There you go. Okay then. Did someone message me? Give me a second. No, it's fine. Alright then. I think I'll wait a little bit before the next giveaway. Just a smidge, just a little bit. I'll show you guys your main. Sure, I can show Ares your Nidus. Give me a sec. Show profile. Behold. Nox's magnum opus. Actually, wait, can you... I should not have done that. Can you just send me the fashion, Nox? For obvious reasons. And yeah, you should have the link in the Discord DMs, Nox. Also, I'm surprised this one puzzled everyone for a bit. I think I'm getting better at the riddles. Let me see. Yes. So this is Nox's Nidus, and I gotta say, it looks absolutely demonic in the best way possible. I really like the feel of molten magma that it has. It is stunning, yes. It is one of the better looking Niduses that I have seen, and I've seen quite a fair bit. Okay, Nox, I have a question. Do you happen to have any Voruna Prime relics that you might be willing to share? Which is my fancy way of saying, may I leech a little bit of your relics, and I'll let you leech a little bit of my luck, and we'll see how this goes. And a pretty penny on your boy, it was worth it. It almost looks like if Hot Wheels was made into a Warframe and like and had extra hands. A little bit. I can definitely see where you're going with that one. Personally, I like to think of it more as a molten magma demon, which does fit Nox's. Where are you? I heard you. I can't see you though. God damn it, Wally. I'll find you at some point. Yeah. His Nidus is very well made. Mine is, I would say, not as fancy. Or at the very least, he has a very different approach to the art style that I took for him. With this one being my absolute favorite, if I'm honest. It's very regal, but also somewhat decayed. Which I think fits him quite well. Yeah, it's a very fancy look. And this one I just haven't done anything with it yet. Keyword yet. I should do something with it at some point. Especially since I have the Void Shell. Ooh. I've seen a lot of people doing a lot of neat things with the Void Shells. So Void Shells are skins where you can change the actual material. What do you change? Oh, you don't change that much with this one. This one. Oh, it changes this part, okay. This one. Okay, this. So this one should be the muscles and whatnot, right? Yeah. So as you can see, you can literally change the textures and then change the colors on top of it all. And you can make some really unique stuff with this. Unfortunately, not all Warframes have a Void Shell skin. And currently, keyword currently, they have said they're open to changing the current stance, but currently they don't plan on making more Void Shell skins. That may change, especially with the huge growth in popularity that they have gained recently, I would say. I think it's due to how asymmetric Nidus' design is, it's hard to fashion him and it doesn't look like vomit half the time. True Nidus fans embrace the vomit. I would say there are a few ways you can get around it. But you need a little bit of creativity, and not everyone wants to put in the work for it. Like the Necro Stitch, for example, for Nidus does wonders in my humble opinion. Because he's already asymmetrical, why not make him be a patchwork of various things? Right? Make him a bit more like a Frankenstein's monster team. And with a Void Shell that becomes very, very possible, I would say. Just need to find the right parts. Oh yeah, this gives it a bit of a rotten meat feel to it. I think that works. Spore paint. Then alien clay is this. So this is the bone. Alright, let's give it a nice titanium sheen. And then for the last one, 18 packs to voruna relics. Let's hope those are some good voruna relics then. Oh, I could have this. So it looks like a little bit of circuitry there as well. I'm just gonna randomize the colors a little bit until I get something that I can work with. Or at least some inspiration. Okay, you know what? I kinda like this. A fair amount. I would say this actually works quite well.
Ready to kick.
One for the systems gold and one for the chest silver. Let's try the systems one, shall we? Do you have what you need to make it radiant? Also, since Eris is new, I'll also explain how to get primes while we're at it. And while you do the thing. So, prime parts, they kind of work very similar to the Warframe parts, and you saw how you basically farm the parts before from a boss. This time we'll farm them from specific missions, but to get the actual part you want, you need a key of sorts or a loot box of sorts. And these are the relics. And you can see you have a few options here. There's always a rare one, which is obviously the most rare. There are 2 uncommon options and there are 3 common options. Now, you can influence the rates of these, as you can see here. The common goes down and the other 2 go up as you make it more valuable. And the way to get the resource for making them more valuable is to just run more relics in general. The relics you get from pretty much almost any mission you normally do, except for story missions. And they can also be obtained as packs from various vendors. Yeah, like Nox said, you get them regularly from doing missions. Now, the level of the mission determines what type of relics you can get from it. So higher level missions usually give the higher relics. They're split into 4 eras. And you have, going from the lowest level, Lit, you have Meso, you have Neo, and then you have Axi, which is the highest one. Another fairly common way to get them is the capture missions in the void, but it only works for Lith, Neo, and Neo. I don't know, you just have to be a bit more careful with the excavator. You hear void tongue. Okay, Noxy, if you will start the mission. Also, since Ares is playing Mag, I will also be playing Mag just to show a little bit of gameplay. While Nox picks a mission for the relic, I'll just swap the fashion a little bit. This one is one of the newer fashions that I've made. Quite happy with it. Okay, like the only list is a sabotage is not bad, come on. Sabotage is fine. What to get, what to get. Give me a bit. But actually, do I have one? Ooh, Altarnox. You know what? Let's go with this. Purple sabotage you hate. Really? Anti-gravity is your problem? Come on. It's fun. It's like you're on the moon.
I need you to sabotage this ship's reactor. The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells. Void finishers. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk. You found a fissure. Look out for reactant.
Okay, in general, if you see a group of enemies, you have a few options with Mag. Number one would be hitting the first power, which is pull, just to get everyone in a nice, very vulnerable state at the mercy of your melee weapon, like I just did. Another option would be to magnetize them. And as you can see, they'll just collapse in on themselves.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again.
Also, wait, what anti-gravity? I just realized, what anti-gravity? There's no anti-gravity here unless you do the hard one. Wait, no, are you unaware that you can just not have anti-gravity here?
Destroy the fuel injectors. The reactor has gone critical. Get to extraction immediately. Beware, Tenno. The ship is experiencing...
Magnetize can be used in two ways. You can either magnetize a single target, or you can turn yourself into the point of magnetize and just gather the bullets for a very powerful counterattack. Which is what happens when you hold the button, rather than just tap it. Oh. Pull, however, is pretty self-explanatory. You just yoink everyone to you, like that. And that is the wrong... that is the wrong one, game. Yeah, that's what you did the other day. You held the button instead of tapping it. So you went into the counter mode. Which again, isn't necessarily bad. However, if I remember, the counter mode constantly drains energy, unlike the tap. But it does allow you to move, and it is a little bit more powerful. Double forma, yeah, that was not a good run. And I think you said you had another relic as well? Wait, can I get anything from you guys? Oh, I actually can. You know what? Sure. How bad can it be? Not that good, but not that bad. Oh, I did get something from Voruna. I got two things from Voruna actually. Part of her weapon and part of her helmets in the relics. Let's just hope we can actually get them. Okay, so we're going for the systems now. Okay. Let's see, what do we have?
Thanks. I'll take it.
There we go. Oh, we have mobile defense. Remember, Mag the Warframe is basically Magneto, but on crack and hyper drugs. Yep, that's not wrong, and I'm about to prove it in the next mission. Yeah, let's do this one. Oh, Starfang. Oh, I can try and get this one. It is a common drop, so who knows. Magneto represents the try addiction. I mean, technically, it's an origami addiction, but we don't talk about that just yet. She does like folding metal like it's paper, though, so there is definitely that.
Everything in orders, operator? Is that a pun?
Nox, ready when you are.
I will attempt to bypass this fault.
Yeah, she'll figure it out. No need to rush into things. I like how the color scheme of the background matches with the Warframe colors. I do believe it depends on the planet specifically.
This is a mobile defense mission.
The RGB on your mouse died. Oh no.
Payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. You found a fissure. Look out for reactant. The corrupted enemies are dropping reactant. Collect it to open your void relic. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant. This will only get more difficult. Get to a terminal and prepare for enemy resistance.
For example, now I'm charging up, preparing to counter.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
I did not want to walk into that one. And then boom.
There is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend. I'm in, Tenno.
Now, the third ability, Polarize, does have a few interesting effects. It deals a little bit of damage around. It also strips enemies of armor and shields. As you can see here, shields are completely gone. Now, the reason they are checking their weapons in confusion is because I have a mod that makes it so it also temporarily disables their ranged weapons.
Still
Don't mind the
working
field
on
of living
it. Continue
cancer.
to defend.
How do you recharge energy for power-ups? Okay, so let me just... Okay, you see that orb over there? That is an energy orb. They randomly drop from enemies. And they give a certain amount of energy when you pick them up. Or are close enough to pick them up, I should say.
Find out what's inside.
There are reasons for which my energy orbs give a little bit more than normal. And there are a variety of other ways to recharge your energy that you can unlock as you play the game. But that's the most basic one. You can find them in containers and mostly from enemy drops as they go down.
Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position.
Let me
Heavy
just
robotic
catch up.
signature detected. Lock and load.
And this is why they call Magneto.
Take a moment.
She can just fold enemies in on themselves with the 4. And behold the cancer field of Nox, or rather of Nidus. You always thought you recharge this over time. Such a pretty field though. It can be very pretty.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Father Stranon, your sacred tokens shall remain secure from the grasp of the idols.
So this is the thing that past stream your friend told you to pick up. But you couldn't see it because it's locked behind the quest.
Area completed. Move on.
Get down. There we go. Okay, as a general gameplay style idea, what you want to do is you want to polarize enemies with your 3. Then you want to use
This will take
either your 4 to deal a lot of damage and to stun them, or your 2 to just magnetize one enemy. Or, if they're a little bit split up, you want to use your 1 to pull them all together into a ball for easy destruction. But that's like the basis of mag. But yeah, you are too new for that one particular pickup.
Still working on it.
It's important to remember that there are things locked behind the quests and progression, specifically so they don't overwhelm the players. Something a lot of veteran players tend to forget. For now, just focus on learning your Warframe and doing the quests you have available.
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
There we go. Battle max ability lore. While she can control the whole magnetic field and is not limited to metal or any kind. When she uses magnetize, she magnetizes the enemy's bones. Yeah, Magneto on crack is quite accurate. Oh, we actually got it! Nox, the Sour Fang Prime Handle. That's from Voruna's weapon. Okay, there we go. We did get something out of it.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Or at least something valuable for us veterans, I should say. Although that's a little bit mean, because we can sell prime sets and whatnot for flat, so it's not completely wasteful. That's for sure. Also, I do believe you missed it, but if you check the near the start of the stream in the VOD later, if you feel like it, you can see me trading a Prime Ivar set to Diamond and getting some plat for it. That's pretty much how people get plat. They trade Prime parts or full-on Prime sets for Platinum from other players. Okay, yeah, that's actually a surprisingly accurate description of a Warframe. Take a concept, add the drugs, make it alive, and give it a gender. And how obvious the gender is, that's up to the artist's imagination. I think I'm gonna take the big gun for the next one. You really like that description, it makes your brain so buzzed from the accuracy. Oh yeah, Zaku, the they them. Not because they're transgender or anything, just because it's literally 3 Warframes combined into one. Zaku being over here. Zaku. Wait, what? Oh. I was off by 1 letter.
Operator, Ordis is sorry
Happy.
to report that all my good jokes are gone.
There we go. Much better. But yeah, in the normal form, which is not the skeletal, you can see that it's basically an odd mishmash of things. Like, look at this. That's being held together by threads of energy. You can definitely see how it was supposed to be very different types of warframes. But they're just kind of mixed up together. By the way, is the ability to run on walls like in what? Kind of. So you can run across the wall, if I remember correctly. And you can also jump up the wall. I'll show you the next mission. But yeah, it used to be the case that we could just run up the walls. They had to remove it with a movement rework, and they are working on bringing it back due to popular demand. I do have a prime Sarfang blade here we can try and get. It's on an Oxy. Because they have a few walls in mine, starting with the Jackal guy. There is actually a trick to the Jackal that I can show you if you want. But I'll first do the mission with Nox. No, Nox, it actually works. It actually works. I know a spot. It actually works. Hold on, I'm about to give you a lesson this time. Ares gave me a lesson. Ares and you gave me a lesson with the Eximus green jade light lasers. I'm about to give you a lesson in the Jackal room. But yeah, there's definitely a few places where you can just sit there and you'll be fine. Ares, I almost spilled my chocolate milk over my keyboard from that. Okay, Nox, whenever you're ready, it is a Oxy relic. Also, if you have a Radiant Oxy, that would be great because the Radiant buff stacks across relics. Don't ask me exactly how it works, I just know it does. You're cracking open the Fat Man. Ooh. No, it's fine. It's fine. The the only place that chocolate milk is going is where it should be. And I'm not elaborating more than that, because that can go very, very wrong.
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point.
You're waiting for the day Ares encounters a cosplay frame.
Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? We're near a fissure. The corrupted enemies are dropping reactant. Collect it to open your void relic. You are going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic. Target located. Bring them in. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Success. The captive is safely in our hands. Congratulations.
Oh,
Tony.
double it. Jeez. There we go.
Did enough reactive.
So, fun fact about Zaku, he can yoink the weapons from enemies and have them become turrets around him, like this. Also, he can become a skeleton and slow down time around him. There's a few other tricks. He's one of the few Warframes that has more than 4 abilities. But I won't really go into all of them right now, mostly because I'm not too familiar with Zaku myself. You know what? I'll actually take the Paraglide. So basically General Grievous. Kind of, yeah. To an extent.
Another job well executed.
Like Iron in the Wild, strange things have happened. Just the other day, saw a Flat Earther in the wild. I'm still coming to terms that those people exist. Now, to be fair, there can be cosplayers of Warframe in the wild as well. It's just a lot more rare than in-game, that's for sure. Let me see. I do have one more. Actually, no, I have several more voruna prime neurotics. Ooh, and I don't have the die to prime grip either, which I do need. Okay, game. There are 2 drops I want. Make sure we get at least one of them. I'll do this one and then I'll show Eris and Nox the trick with Jackal. A couple of British who know decide to form their own Earth Society. The cylindrical Earth theorists. Oh yeah, there is more than one shape. Like there's the Flat Earthers. There's the Square Earthers, yes, which is a subset of the Flat Earthers. Don't ask. Just don't. Your brain will hurt. There's the Cylindrical Earthers, who argue that, yeah, the Flat Earthers are right, but it's just because some people live on the cylinder, and that's why they don't, on the round portion of the cylinder, and that's why their measurements are wrong. I'm not sure there is a square one, but honestly it would not surprise me.
Me too.
I completely forgot what to relic I was supposed to crack. Was it Lith? Yes, I think. No, it was not. Hold on. Vessel? Yeah, it was Vessel. Minecraft Earth Theory. God damn it. I can't. I don't. Yeah, don't think about it, Eris. It's fine. I'm 90% sure they're just doing it as a way to find friends. Like, I'm 99.9% sure the majority of them are just doing it to find friends. And it's apparently working because there is a community around it. I need to go outside. The indoor fumes have gotten into their brains. Nox, ready when you are. We are doing a Meso Fisher next. And after that, we're paying Jackal a visit. But there are other ways to find friends. I know. I know. What can I say? At this point, if it helps them, if they don't harm anyone, fine. Fingering out to the crack open, okay. In the meantime, I'll take another Warframe. Actually, you know what? I think I'll take Rhino, because that's the one Ares is currently making. Personally, I really like this one. Yeah, harming your brain and delicate nature, I see. Honestly, fair enough. Just don't think about them and they probably won't exist in your vicinity.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home. Void Fishers. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? You found
I
the
assume
Fisher.
Nox was
Look
typing
out
something,
for reactant.
maybe? Or whenever it's discovered, the forbidden frame she'll recover. What do you mean the forbidden frames, Nox?
Find the captive as soon as you can. We don't have much time. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Use that reactant to open a relic. Don't forget the reactant. You need more.
Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. So, Rhino is very well known for one thing in particular.
Walkers are heading to your location.
Iron Skin, which is his second ability. Which activates, makes you invulnerable for a few seconds. And then any damage you absorb gets turned into additional armor, which is like a layer of more health. Actually, no, it turns just into Overguard now, if I remember, because they did change it. Right, it just becomes extra health and protection from most status effects.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened.
Amalgams! Hybrid life forms! A familiar concept to you, is it not? Betrayers.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done. Go. Here are the holding cells. Search each one for the hostage.
Oh, found him. Oh well, her. Found the hostage.
We need to get them back to command in one piece. Find your way to the exits, and don't leave the subject behind.
Another thing that Rhino is very well known for is the ability to roar, which gives extra damage to everything you do. It's just the most pure damage buff in the game. Okay. Well. Yeah, that was very disappointing.
Hostage is safe now. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, so the roar just amplifies all of the damage. It amplifies the weapons, it amplifies the abilities, it's just a flat out, here you go, like 20-30% more extra damage. You're starting to get sick of seeing Paris, both the city Paris and Warframe Paris. Okay, so Nox, let's just can you set this to friends only? Actually, no, it doesn't even matter. Let's just go and say hi to our friend Jackal.
Thanks. I'll take it.
So that I can find where he was. Was it on Fossa? Oh, no. Yeah, it was on Fossa, right? Just leave France, you kid. Well, it was whom I've ever said, and you are near the French. Ah. Ah yes, need to wiggle the ships for luck.
In an attempt to exert power and authority, the Corpus have continued to refine their most lethal security proxy, the Jackal. Determine its location aboard this vessel and destroy it. Every Warframe has at its disposal a special blade, a Parazon, as lethal to technology as it is to flesh. Disrupting the Jackal's auto-repair may require it.
Oh, come on.
The Jackal's auto-repair precepts could make this a battle of attrition you will lose. Watch for an opening, and remember your Parazon.
So I'm just gonna let Nox do the thing and I'll just really forget. Oh yeah, we got 2 new people with us. Try not to murder it too much. So the place where you can go to not get hit is up here. And you can just keep jumping.
Massive flex plates on the torso, but appendages could be a weakness.
The lasers will never touch you up there. So just find the corner of the arena and hold space next to it. And you'll just go up.
The auto-repair system. You'll need to disrupt it with your Parazon. Watch for an opening. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
You can see it goes just under this part here. So you just need to stay up here.
Tenno, use your Parazon.
Oh, they broke the animation.
The auto-repair system. You'll need to disrupt it with your Parazon. Watch for an opening. Walkers incoming.
You can also right click to hang on to walls, so you don't have to spam the
Use
jump
your
button.
Parazon.
Finally, this animation they should have played a while ago. You don't like this particular K9? Yeah, it does happen to the best. Okay.
Watch your angles, Tenno. You're running out of cover.
Oh, poor player.
message to the Corpus today. Their war profiteering will not go unpunished. Overdrive presets. Watch for increased attack speed.
This was such a scuff fight. Yeah, it was. But hey, I completed my objective. I showed the spot, the safety spot. And I also showed that with Rhino, you can just activate this the Iron Skin and just tank it. You can just tank so many things with Iron Skin. Which is also why it's such a early game frame. It's one of the better early game frames, I would say. It's not overly complicated. You can definitely up it a little bit with augment mods, which change how an ability works or add new parts to an ability. For example, I do have Iron Shrapnel, which allows me to recast Iron Skin to detonate it, using it as a damage ability as well. It also allows me to refresh it whenever I feel like, because normally you have to wait until it's completely depleted and then you can recast it. This gets rid of that because it allows me to just shed the skin and reapply it. Okay, Nox, you need to you need to keep it I would say keep it in your pants, but that won't really do much in this scenario.
And make the Lotus proud.
Keep your mind out of the gutter. That's the expression I wanted. There we go. Not about the size of the wave, but the motion of the ocean. Damn it. But yeah, don't worry. We aren't really planning on doing spoiler stuff currently. So, no worries about that. I will say though, I feel like doing one more giveaway. Let me see what we have here. Oh, this is a fairly nice one, I believe. Entrian Odyssey 3 HD Remake. Although, it does have a lot of banned countries for some reason. Oh wait, is it bad? Wait, no. It's only available in these countries. I was about to say, wait a second, something doesn't feel right. No, it is available in these. Okay. So this one does have a few restrictions on who I can give it to. Okay, in that case, maybe I'll keep that for later. How about this one? Also no. I really hate it when codes don't work like everywhere. Like just why? I mean, I know why, but can we not? Like seriously. Okay, this one seems interesting. Hard West 2. It's an action RPG. Seems fairly interesting. It reminds me a little, at least from the screenshots, it reminds me a bit of XCOM, I think. But yeah, this shall be the game given away, and for the riddle... Oh wait, hold on. Okay, for the next riddle, what will it be? Which game? Hard West 2. That is the game. Yeah, when a squid tries to get some motion. Telco's eye for everyone. What can I say? What the heck are you two all about? This is why I can't allow you two plus Nui to ever exist in my chat. I'm legitimately scared of what conversations that will spawn. Like one of you three is getting banned if I ever see all three of you in the same at the same time in my chat. But yeah, the giveaways for Hard West 2, and I'm thinking up a decent riddle right now. How dare I hold back your friendship? Look, I'm not stopping you from being together in each other's streams or in other chats. I'm just stopping you from destroying my mental sanity completely. I think that's fair. Yeah, I already saw Nox and Nui. I've seen a very little bit of Eris and Nui. So, honestly, all three of you together is what I fear. And I'm definitely seeing Nox and Eris right here in the chat, on full display. Caught in HD and all that. HD 4K. Scaled up even. often trapped by life, the final release I get at its end. What am I? I'm gonna post it in the chat as well in a second. There we go. I'm curious what your answers will be for this one. Again, I would say this is a fairly easy one. However, this is one that I'm a little bit, maybe even too familiar with, I would say. So I'm curious what all of you will think. Rebellion heavy side. Oh, that is a nice site. Yeah, there we go. Really pushing that Shadow Army vibe. And yeah, this is basically a cosplay frame of Beru from Solo Leveling. Death? No, 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 it is not death. That is not trapped by life. That is the end, though, that's referred in the riddle. Speaking of other cosplay frames, I have Nemesis from Resident Evil right here. Or at least one version of him. And I do believe I also have One Punch Man somewhere in here. Oh, maybe not, maybe I changed it. I do have Hyodo Issei from High School DxD. With a boosted armor. What else, what else, what else? This one was based off of 2B, if I'm being honest. More specifically the broken 2B. However, the WARFRAME I want to take on the next ride is Komei. Since Eris already has access to starting the farm for her. What were Komei's weapons again? Was this one? What was the name for this one? Very Tia. Yeah, this one's very pretty. She's a puppet and a gambler warframe. Or well, more of a Miko warframe, I should say. Higasa, thank you, Nox. Komei and her weapons are very newbie friendly. You get them from Cetus, and I think I mentioned it at some point, I may not have.
A little bird tells me
But as soon as you enter Cetus, there's a shrine up a hill, and you can start the mission to get to Comey from there.
Have it on good authority. Help is on the way. Keep the faith, people. Sunshine is just around the corner.
I'll take that.
You know, but your brain keeps going, I have no oh, then I must scream. I don't know why that is the case. Also, feel free to make multiple predictions for the, or guesses rather, for the quiz. Assuming no one gets it, that is. That's a good looking tiny over on Twitter. Oh yeah, currently no guesses as far as I can see on Twitter. Let's see, possible reader answer a bubble. No, it is not a bubble. Cognito Orgasama, I think, therefore I am. I am. I have no idea what you're on about, Nox. At least if it's related to the riddle. And I would say that if it was underwater, it can be a bubble. But if it's not underwater, it is not a bubble. So you might, under very specific conditions, you might be correct, Aries. Question is, what is it? Because it is not a bubble. It's something that might be causing the bubble. Yes, I know bubbles can exist outside the water. I was trying to give a hint. It's a line used in I Have No Matter on my screen. I read through the whole book and ended up playing the game. Ooh, okay. No, I have. Again, I was trying to give a hint. Oh, Nox got it again. It is in fact breath. Often trapped by life, the final release you get at its end, the final breath. That was it. So let me just take another screenshot here of the answer. Let me just send Nox his prize. There we go. That's the second one. I am, however, disqualifying you from winning any others if I decide to do them. How many did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I think 5 is a good number. I think that's enough for now. How does it get trapped by life? Because you take in air to breathe, and it stays in your body for a while. But normally breath is just air that's out in the wild. The only thing that can't properly trap it for any period of time is creatures breathing, aka the living. Dude, will be honest, you thought it was breath minutes ago, but the thing was so vague you thought there was no way to be that. You would argue it's the other way around. Life gets trapped in every breath. That is an interesting view on it. But if you're talking about the actual breath, yeah, no, it's definitely trapped by the living. Yeah, now that I've explained, you see where the brain was going with that one. Okay. Nox, I have a suggestion. How would you feel about us trying to get some actual voruna relics, rather than just randomly doing stuff? Because there are a few ways we can go about it. To be honest, the real prize you were eyeing was Assassin's Creed, but the supplies are sufficient. Yeah, someone else, sadly for you, sniped that one fairly early on. Though I will say, personally, I feel like the other two you might enjoy more than that one. Because Valhalla is probably the Assassin's Creed game that I've enjoyed the least. Like, out of all of the Assassin's Creed games that I have played, mind you, I haven't tried Shadows, but out of all of them, Valhalla was the biggest disappointment, if I'm perfectly honest. I will say, it's the prettiest game in the series, but as an actual game, it was quite disappointing, for me at least. So, yeah. Oh yeah, it's part of the new generation of Assassin's Creed game that had the Yaki level system. Yeah. Have I tried the one with the Titans? The one with the Titans. Which one was that one? Oh, that's Shadows. I have not. That's the latest one. That's the mental damage. Do not mention the Attack on Titan DLC. Nox is getting PTSD flashbacks. Yeah, that... we do not mention that horror here. But yeah, what I wanted to suggest for a little bit, and to show Eri something to aim for. Let me just check something first, actually. Wait, can I not... Junction info. Oh yeah, so Eris, since you are in Uteno, on the junction to Mars, over here, once you complete the quest once awake, you will get the Void Relic segment, which adds this little console right here. This one here, Void Relics. Over here you can see what relics are in the game, what relics you have. You can sort them by eras. Or by Requiem relics, that's something you don't have to worry about right now. But you can see the relics you have here, and with traces that you gain by doing the relic opening missions, you can empower the relic to give better result. Or at least have a chance of a more rare result. Don't do that or it will grow. You're right, it might like it. God. This is why I can't have the three of you together. This right here. I mean, you're not wrong, but also. Oh, and since I know you were asking about it on stream, was it in side quest? Yes, in side quest in the codex you will find Howl of the Kubro. This is the quest that teaches you how to get a doggo. So you go to the codex, side quest, and you pick this one. As for the Void Relics, for the fast way to get some of the lower rank relics, you need to get to the Void section, and both of the capture missions here, if I could just find them. Oh, that's interception. Oh yeah. This one, Rapid, and Uko. These capture missions tend to always give relics as rewards at the end. Like you didn't like Shadow in any form, the illogical and frustrating gameplay, the PR disaster at launch. You thought it had a redeeming quality after getting a collab with a large IP like Attack on Titan, and they learned their lesson. Oh boy, were you wrong, and you promise you that if you could time travel, you would beat past self for having hope. Yeah, the Attack on Titan collab is just that bad. Like it's on the level where history courses should be taken in what not to do for a video game collab. And just have that as the prime example. Not this. Many things but this. And the main reason why these two nodes are very good for relics is that A, they always give a relic when you do them. B, they are capture missions which can be completed very, very fast. I'm not even gonna go at the maximum speed here because I have Komei. But if I was to take Volt, or something ridiculous like Gauss, or Titania, or basically any speedster frame, we could finish this mission in under a minute. And you just have like one relic per minute or more. The symbol next to the mission ain't mean anything. Yeah, so this one in particular, for example, means that there is a defense... Oh. Wait. This one right here means that there is a defense mission from a syndicate on top of it. So you can select one of the two missions. One of them is the syndicate for Steel Meridian. The other is the capture, the normal mission. Over here, the red symbol means that there is a nightmare mode mission. These unlock after you have unlocked every other node on the map, aka doing it once. There are a few other symbols This one, for example, is for a fisher. Actually, we could do an axie fisher capture. Hold on. Let me just invite you back as I messed up. Oh, the game is not on Nightmare. Ares. Hold on. I need to show you this. It's not exactly a spoiler, but this is the origin, the normal mode, which you currently have for the maps. This is the steel path. Enemy level plus 100. On top of that, enemy health plus 250%. And enemy shields plus 250%. Nightmare mode missions just have a few interesting conditions like energy drain, vampire, or low gravity mode. And they are slightly higher level. Steel Path missions are a whole different breed. Why would you just choose pain? Why choose certain death? Vampire. Yeah, so there are benefits, because as you can see at the bottom, 100% resource drop chance and 100% mod drop chance. Also, there are things that only drop and can be acquired in the Steel Path. And it also gives a Steel Path specific resource that can be used to acquire other valuable mods and upgrades. So there are benefits, but it's definitely a difficulty spike once you unlock it. And the way to unlock Steel Path is to do all of the missions on all of the other planets. But yeah, for now let's just do this. I'm just gonna pick a random one and hope for the best, honestly. With Hermie and Raza have played for a long time, we can handle Steel Path solo with no issue. But yeah, it is a very tall wall for a lot of players. That is true. And I would argue it's not so much as a wall as it is a... I mean, it's definitely a wall. It's definitely a spike in difficulty when you get to it. It will make you think a little bit more about your builds and how to use them. We think both of us are giant. No, I'm the giant. I'm fairly certain Nox isn't all that tall, last I checked. Or at least not as tall as I am. But yeah, in the game we are giants. Both of us are veterans at this point. Which is funny to think of, because I'm fairly certain I'm the one who got Nox into the game, if I remember correctly. I know for sure I got Bell into the game, I got Senko into the game. You're only 182, yeah. I mean, that's fairly tall. That is fairly tall. But yeah, Nox whenever you feel like it. Yeah, that is definitely still very, very tall. Also, Nox is deciding what relic to open. And no, you got into a game. Okay, yeah, so I did remember correct. You are not one of the people I got into the game. I did get Bell and Senko into it though. Thing is, when you've gotten most of the people you know to play games, it's hard to remember. Oh wait, did I just play with this person, or did I get them into the game? It becomes a little bit of a struggle for me, to be honest. Wait, no, the game I got you into is Guild Wars. That's the one I got you into. Now my memory started kicking back up. Of the jungle, yeah.
Find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting.
Dirty debris.
Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby.
So, I mentioned Kome is the gambler frame.
You found the target. Capture them.
Kill enemies while airborne, okay.
A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captain back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno. Collect reactant to open your relic. Be aware. Only corrupted enemies will drop it. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more.
So, Kome can activate a side quest every few minutes, and once I complete it, I gain a random bonus.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Summons a random number of talismans that protect her. Oh.
The unworthy have no future.
Okay, where are you? There you are.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
There we go. I guess this is the most valuable here, technically. You hate this style set? I'll get some grub. Okay, Daenerys, enjoy the food.
Great work. I am pleased with your performance.
And as you can see, we get a bit relic. You will always get a relic from these missions, and it's a good way to pile up on stock. And we actually got a voruna relic, I just noticed. Let's go. See, Nox, you just have to believe. Now we just have to believe that we'll actually get the relic as well. Oh, I have... Wait, is that the mastery test that's ready? It might be. Finally about to ascend to Legendary 4. One of my favorite numbers. So, do we want to crack the relic? I think we do. And there's a lit external, let's go. Let's see, you don't have that much use with in Dogo. Really? Huh. I'm not gonna lie, I would have expected you to be one of the people that really is into Voruna. Like, I know for sure there's a large part of the community that lost their minds when they noticed, oh, the Prime can run on 4 legs. And it looks amazing while doing it. And that is a confirmed feature of the Prime. The normal one doesn't run on 4 legs. Maybe in a few months. Fair, fair.
Ordis keeps a tidy sheet and is
Anything you need, Town.
No things actually, but let's start with some relics.
Alright, but you owe us.
Oh, there's the better guild prime receiver again. I'll be honest, I smiled at the just remember that WARFRAME has the mature tag. What do you mean by that exactly? The only reason it's not R18 yet is because it has the mature tag. Because if it had the 18 plus tag, things would have... I don't think Rebecca could have been stopped. I don't think it would have stopped it kissing the proto frames. I have a sneaking suspicion. And the fact that Victor got the classic Mortal Kombat fatality treatment. Yeah, that was very nice, I will admit.
whatever the stalker and has the operator had an epiphany?
Oh, I definitely need to farm a little bit more of this later on.
Of course. Ordis remains.
There is a large platoon at Grenier Marine Station here. Leave no one standing. There are royal fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. We're near a fissure. The enemies are dropping.
I just noticed I don't have my sentinel, that's why
Reactant is working on your relic.
getting looked
Find
so hard right now.
Stay
I say so hard, it's not necessarily hard, it's just I need to get a little bit closer than usual.
You have collected enough reactant to open your relic. The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
So damn, was I slow? My god. Wow, that... I guess.
Another job well executed.
Oh well. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, the pairs got to us. Unfortunate. Okay, I have been going on for a little over 3 hours. I think this is a decent enough spot to end it. Unfortunately, I don't think we got any voruna parts. We did get some of her weapons, though. So it wasn't... Yeah, no voruna prime. Unfortunate. Still, some prime parts were acquired. Some fashion framing was displayed. And I did do the giveaway, so overall, I would consider this a fairly successful stream. And also we taught the baby Tenno a few tricks. Always very important. But having said that, let me find someone to raid into. Oh. Hold on. Ah, never mind. It's... I thought Path of Exile was having a big stream. No, it's not that. It's fine. Let's see.
Oh, sorry. Otis will play with the volume off.
Who's doing something interesting here? Oh, hold on. Ooh, Tanaris is actually playing Soulframe. You know what, I haven't raided Tanaris in a while, and I'd love to catch up. So why not? You have been reminded of Warframe RNG. You get the best of it when you least expect, so next time you crack relics, none will be radiant. That is true. That is definitely true. For me, it's when I don't stream. When I stream, the luck is horrible. When I don't stream, my luck is divine. But yeah, we shall be raiding the Naris VP. I have been to some of his streams. Lovely fellow. And they are currently playing... Oh, welcome back, Eris. You are just in time for the raid out. We will be raiding Tanaris VT. He is playing Soulframe, brother to Warframe. It's currently in a restricted early access sort of thing. It's pretty much the more fantasy, more obscure version of Warframe by the same company. And I figured, why not? Might as well check that out as well. So, I'm gonna be starting the raid here. Once again, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed our time together. Hope everyone who managed to complete my riddles will enjoy the games. And I shall see you all probably tomorrow, if I'm being honest. Maybe, perhaps, we shall see. Until then, however, good day and good night. And yeah, the Soulframe was developed by the same company. There we go. And see you later, YouTube, as well.